Two. Hey, Walt here from StogieReview.com with another video cigar review. This time around we're going to do something a little different. This is an adaptation of last week's Weekend Smoke, and this is the Quick 6. It's basically 6 cigar reviews in 6 minutes or less. So let's get started. La Aurora 107. This one is the Robusto. Came in a Blogger Merry Christmas pack that I got from Miami Cigar a week or two ago. And the 107 lineup is something that I've been a fan of for a little while now. And it's also one of those cigars that I'm very sensitive to size. Now, when it comes to the 107, hands down the Corona is the cream of the crop. It's just easily the best of the bunch. The Lancero follows that by a little bit, and then as we get larger, my interest sort of tapers off. This is the Robusto, as I mentioned. And while it is no Corona, or no Lancero, it is a good solid cigar. Good construction, good burn characteristics, nice full volume of smoke. Medium bodied, medium flavor intensity, a little dry on the palate, but nice flavors. Little woody tones, a little bit of spiciness through the sinus. All in all, good solid cigar. It's no Corona, but it ain't bad. The Judge by J. Fuego. It's a house blend for Famous Smoke Shop. I picked them up on Cigar Monster, really cheap, like 12 bucks or something like that for a $5. And I've got to say, Jesus Fuego's reputation has left me setting the bar really high for this cigar. Unfortunately, it falls short. It is just middle of the road. It's not bad, but it's not good either. There's some woody components, a little bit of spiciness, a lingering peppery sensation that goes through the sinus during the retrohale. A solid construction. It's a pretty decent cigar, but just not memorable at all. This is one of those cigars where you pick up when you're 6 drinks into the night and you really can't totally taste what you're smoking. This is one of those cigars that you smoke for the sake of smoking a cigar. It's not going to wow you. It's not going to blow you away with the crazy flavors, but it's a decent cigar. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Cane F, the powerhouse version of the standardized cane, natural and Maduro, the sort of the trendy hipster cousin of the traditional Oliva lineup. The F-Series is full-bodied, kind of in-your-face, big, bold cigars. Personally, I prefer the smaller sizes, most notably the Lancero. As you get a little bit bigger, the spice level kind of dies down. But even in this Toro format, you get a nice bold spiciness through the sinus, a little bit of lingering pepper on the palate, some nice woody tones. It's got a sort of a natural tobacco core. There isn't a whole lot of change in these cigars, so you're not going to be taking various paths of flavor change. Sort of one-dimensional, but it's a good, solid cigar, front to back. Good construction characteristics. All in all, solid stick. Cien Años. This is the cream of the La Aurora crop. Fantastic cigar, wonderful balance, good smoke volume, excellent construction. In the flavor department, it's got this really interesting, sweet, smoky sort of flavor. Makes me think of like mesquite, sort of, the smoked meat sort of thing. There's a little bit of savory, there's a little bit of sweet, there's a little bit of charred woodiness. Just a really wonderful flavor profile. It's soft on the palate. It's easygoing. This is one of those cigars where you could smoke one, finish it, and if you had the urge, you could pick up another one and smoke it right away. It's not going to hammer your palate. Good, balanced, soft flavors. Just a really solid cigar. The best of the best as far as La Aurora is concerned, in my opinion. J. Fuego Originals. They come in these little soft packs of 5 cigars, and they run about $12 locally. I picked them up at a local brick and mortar. And they're rugged little cigars. And the popularity of them has soared since their release a couple of years ago, and they've actually killed off the Fuego Corona Vitola. A lot of the Coronas have been cut from various lines because of the popularity of the originals. Everyone's buying these instead of paying a premium for the much cleaner looking Corona, which is a little bit bigger in size format. But these cigars are rough. They're rough to look at. They're a bit sharp on the palate. The flavor is just kind of rugged and rough. They're primarily woody, some spice component through the nose, and they're more or less one-dimensional from start to finish. There's not much variation. These are cigars that I absolutely love when I'm short on time. I'll pick these things up and I'll smoke them when I've got half hour, 45 minutes. But they tend to require a lot of maintenance. So I don't like smoking them in the car. I've got to have a lighter handy to fix canoes and touch them up and whatnot. But great cigar for the money at about $2 a piece. 9 from Blanco Cigar Company, formerly Los Blancos. This is a very underrated cigar that has been on the market for quite a while now. 9, I think, is in reference to the number of blends before they got the final blend correct. And it really is sort of the star of the show in the Blanco Cigar Company lineup. It's full-bodied, full-flavored. It gives you some deep, dark, rich notes, some leather notes, some dark, earthy notes, a little bit of lingering pepper kind of in the back, but good solid cigar with sort of a chewy sort of texture, creamy finish. It's easy on the palate, and just over $6, it really is a good buy. It's a shame it's not more widespread and more popular, because it's one of those kind of diamonds in the rough. A lot of people don't pick this up, and they really should. Good solid cigar, the 9 from Blanco Cigar Company. La Aurora 1495. This is part of the 1495 series. A few years back, there was what was called the Connoisseur Selection. It was this cigar and I think 4 others. Basically, it was the same blend with different wrappers on it, and it was a really interesting thing to do because you were getting the exact same blend, different wrapper, and it really opened your eyes as to what the different wrappers played in terms of the flavor profile. This one is kind of the blandest of the bunch. It's been quite a while since I've had any of the Connoisseur Selection, but this one, it's not really a wow cigar. It's kind of bland. It's a little dry on the palate. It's got a little bit of like a cashew thing going as far as the flavor profile goes. A little bit of a leathery note. A little tiny bit of saltiness. The construction is excellent. Good burn characteristics. Good, solid cigar. I enjoy them, but some of the other wrappers in the Connoisseur Selection are much better.